Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Harrell. I am the social media manager for Buhi. I want to thank you for taking a moment to meet with me about Buhi's strategy, and we'll talk through some recommendations that we have going forward to make sure we continue to find success for Buhi and its products. So in the initial outset of the 12-week project that we had here, the CMO sets very specific goals and aggressive goals for us. One of those goals, and a couple of goals actually, entailed spending our entire allotted $5,000 per week promotion and production budget. We also wanted to or the CMO challenged us to really grow our brand awareness and increase engagement. It wasn't necessarily at the spots that CMO wanted it to be previously. So we really wanted to engage those metrics, specifically to increase our sales by 10% year over year, and challenge us, of course, to outperform our peers in the industry. With those goals, we developed some goals of my own that I felt we could find success with the right strategy. One of which was to increase our market share from 0.25% to 0.5% over the next year. I understand that is essentially doubling our market share, but I felt that there was a significant opportunity for us to create additional awareness and engagements with our different strategies. I really wanted to create a voice for Buhi that's relatable, that people could be attracted to and find personality in. We'll talk about a little bit the different customer segments that Buhi has, but we really wanted to increase our awareness in the hipster mommy customer segment because there's so much opportunity there. We don't have a huge market share. We wanted to increase that to 10%. And that became important because this particular customer segment has the most disposable income of any of our customer segments among the female demographic. And one of the things also I wanted to really focus on was promoting our backpack products. We have a lot of good products for this, and a lot of our customer segments have an interest in backpacks. So I wanted to increase engagement by 10% among those segments that had that interest. So as we talked about, our focus is on females. 55% of our customer base is female, somewhere between the age of 18 to 35. And we have 5 specific customer types within that particular demographic. 4 actually of our 5 target segments in that demographic had an interest in backpacks, which we just talked about recently. So I felt like that would be content that could speak to a wide range of people, which can really help us increase engagement, awareness, and of course conversions or revenue. Traveling is also a common theme among our target customer segment, so that was also something we wanted to focus on as well. Our promoted content initially wanted to start on Facebook and Instagram, really promoting images of females as much as we could in an outdoor setting. And our organic content, we wanted to take off on Pinterest. Pinterest does really well with organic content, and that's something we wanted to focus on some of our travel destination content opportunities. So our initial strategy was actually to create content across all 6 platforms that were available to us. We posted all at the same time and spread our budget across this to see what spoke well and what did well. We found that 3 of our segments, 3 of those channels didn't do so well. YouTube, LinkedIn, and Pinterest did not perform all that well for us in the content we were going for. And we'll talk about that in our final strategy in a moment here. But at any of our postings, we wanted to make sure we really had a relatable voice. We recommend, of course, that we always have a relatable voice, because this creates the identity and the personality of our company behind the keyboard. This allows people to interact and know who we are before they even purchase anything from us or step into a store. And initially, we wanted to really create hashtag opportunities on every other post, using 2 of them on every other post to really link ourselves to searches and identities. We found, though, ultimately, as we talked about, that Instagram was the best platform for us to promote on. This produced the most revenue numbers, the most awareness numbers, And specifically Wednesday. Wednesday was a great day for us. We posted multiple times and promoted multiple times. We found great revenue numbers on this day, great awareness and engagement numbers on this day. Of course, outdoor pictures received the most consistent engagement and conversions, and the organic content ended up mainly shifting to Facebook and Pinterest. Those three platforms we recommend as the three platforms we use for our content because it creates the most personality. It shows the pictures that the platform is designed for, and it has our demographic that we're looking for on it. That secret sauce, the binding glue piece, was those holiday images and ads. Those did extremely well around the holidays, and finding those opportunities going forward would be a huge recommendation. And as we've talked about, awareness and engagement was best on outdoor pictures. Social media, there's always crises that come up in social media. There's a couple key recommendations we have in this particular field. First thing is to understand what the severity of the crisis is. This really helps to determine who needs to respond to this, whether it be the CEO or a product manager. Um, Most importantly, respond. We need to respond quickly. This response can be as simple as we've heard you, and we want to make sure we look into the concerns and respond through the medium that generates the crisis. Any delay is an hour lost of potential credibility for any future customers. From that point, we really want to make sure we understand and determine what the truth of the matter is, assemble a really diverse team and create a response plan. And then after putting that into action, monitoring that action, it can be resolved through that medium if done appropriately. But it takes a quick plan and a quick response in order to alleviate concerns of the situation. Some of our financial statistics that we had over the 12 weeks: 36 million impressions and 1.7 million engagements. We created over $530,000 in revenue. That translated to $8.83 in revenue for every dollar spent in development and promotion. And then we spent that entire 5,000 weekly budget. Found a lot of success in this area. We can know that it can continue to grow. In conclusion, we found that Instagram is the best content, or excuse me, the best platform channel for promoter content. Facebook, mixing promoted and organic content would do best on Facebook, and recommend continuing to use Pinterest for organic content. Our proven product, we ultimately developed a proven strategy for success. When it comes to crises, do not hesitate to act quickly, and act as decisively as possible to increase confidence in the brand. And one of the things that is most important that we continue to recommend is to have a relatable voice that creates personality for the company in the cyberspace and allows people to know who they're dealing with. I've attached a couple documents here for further analysis if there are any questions, but I want to thank you for your time. Have a great day.